Welcome back to Culture Code English. I am so glad you are here today. Take a slow, deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. Get completely comfortable and relax. Today, we are going to explore a deeply warm, fascinating, and sometimes surprising aspect of American daily life: the obsession with dogs, commonly known as American dog culture. Imagine this. You are taking a gentle walk through a beautiful green community park on a sunny Saturday afternoon. As you walk, you see a woman pushing a beautiful baby stroller down the path. You smile, expecting to see a cute sleeping baby inside. But as the stroller passes you, you look closer and you are shocked. Inside the stroller, wearing a colorful bandana and looking extremely comfortable, is a fluffy golden retriever. As you continue your walk, you notice even more things. You pass a local restaurant, and on the patio, there is a special wooden sign that says, "Dog Menu Available." You see dogs sitting proudly on chairs next to their owners, eating custom chicken dinners. You pass a local bakery, and the windows are filled with organic gourmet treats, shaped like bones and birthday cakes. If you come from a culture where dogs are viewed strictly as working animals, guard dogs, or just outdoor pets, this level of obsession can feel completely confusing. You might think, why do Americans spend billions of dollars on organic dog food, pet insurance, dog hotels, and professional dog walkers? Why do they treat these animals like human children? But to understand America, you must understand this truth. To an American, a dog is not an animal. A dog is a full, respected member of the family. In the United States, you will rarely hear someone refer to their dog as it. They will always use he or she. They do not call themselves dog owners. Instead, they call themselves dog moms or dog dads, and their dogs are lovingly called fur babies. This obsession is not just about liking animals. It is a deep cultural code. In a highly individualistic society like the United States, people value their privacy, their independent lives, and their personal space. But this independence can sometimes lead to a silent feeling of isolation and loneliness. A dog offers the ultimate solution: unconditional love. A dog does not care about your job title, your bank account, or your mistakes. They are simply happy that you exist. By understanding this deep emotional connection, you stop seeing American dog culture as a strange, wealthy hobby. You realize it is a beautiful, necessary way that people build warmth, companionship, and connection in their daily lives.
Let us begin with our first step, understanding the language of the fur baby. In English grammar classes, you are usually taught a very simple rule. Animals are objects, so you should refer to them using the pronoun it. But in daily American life, if you look at someone's dog and ask, "How old is it?" or "What is its name?" you will see a subtle, awkward change in their expression. To an American, calling their dog it feels cold, distant, and slightly offensive. It is like calling their child it. In the United States, dogs are always referred to using human pronouns: he, she, him, or her. When you ask about a dog, you should say, "What is her name?" or "How old is he?" This linguistic shift reflects a deep psychological reality. Americans do not see their dogs as property. They see them as unique individuals with their own personalities, emotions, and rights. The vocabulary of American dog culture is filled with family terms. Parents of adult children will proudly show you pictures of their grand dogs. People send holiday cards signed with their dog's paw print. At work, colleagues will talk about dropping their dog off at doggy daycare before coming to the office. This language is not a joke. It is the real verbal currency of connection. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah moved from a busy, crowded city in her home country to Denver, Colorado, to start a new job. She was successful. Her apartment was beautiful, but she felt deeply isolated. She had no family nearby, and making close friends in a new city felt incredibly slow and difficult. One Saturday afternoon, feeling lonely, Sarah visited a local animal shelter. There, she saw a small, scruffy terrier mix with warm brown eyes named Bella. Sarah decided to adopt her. At first, Sarah thought of Bella as a traditional pet. In her mind, she still referred to Bella as the dog, or it. She fed her, walked her, and kept her clean. But quietly, over the next few months, something began to change inside Sarah's home. Whenever Sarah had a stressful, exhausting day at work, Bella would sit patiently by the front door, waiting for her. The moment Sarah opened the door, Bella would wag her tail with absolute, unconditional joy. If Sarah sat on the couch feeling sad or overwhelmed, Bella would quietly walk over and lay her warm head on Sarah's lap. Slowly, Sarah realized that her apartment was no longer just a place where she slept. It was a home, and the heart of that home was Bella. Sarah's language naturally shifted. She stopped calling Bella it and started calling her my girl or my sweet daughter. She bought Bella a colorful raincoat for wet days and a special stocking filled with treats for Christmas. Sarah realized that Bella was not just a dog. She was her fur baby, and she had brought the warm, missing piece of family into her quiet American life. Let us move to our second step, the dog as a social lubricant. In our previous journey, we talked about the American peach culture, how Americans are sweet and friendly on the outside, but keep a very hard private pit in the center of their lives. It can sometimes feel incredibly difficult to break through that hard shell and build real relationships with your neighbors. But a dog is the ultimate key to softening that hard shell. In the United States, a dog is a powerful, magical social lubricant. When you walk down an American street alone, people will respect your privacy. They will keep their heads down, or they will give you a polite, brief smile and keep walking. But when you walk down the street with a happy dog, everything changes. The invisible wall of privacy suddenly disappears. Complete strangers will stop on the sidewalk. Their faces will light up with genuine joy. They will look at your dog, then look at you and ask with excitement, "Oh, what a beautiful dog! Can I pet him?" Or, "What breed is she?" In American social culture, asking to pet someone's dog is an incredibly common, polite, and warmly accepted icebreaker. The focus of the interaction is not on you. The focus is on the dog. This lowers everyone's social anxiety. The ultimate stage for this social magic is the American dog park. A dog park is a specially fenced area in community parks where dogs can run free without leashes. While the dogs are running and playing together, their moms and dads stand together on the grass and chat. They exchange the names of their dogs first. "Oh, is that Buster? He is so fast." Yes, Buster is a golden retriever mix. Eventually, those simple conversations about dog food, favorite toys, and vet visits naturally turn into real friendships. You exchange phone numbers, plan weekend walks together, and step inside each other's hard central pits. Let me tell you about Ethan. Ethan was a quiet, introverted man who moved to a new apartment complex in Austin, Texas. For 6 months, he felt like an invisible ghost. He passed his neighbors in the hallway every day, but they only exchanged brief, silent nods. He felt deeply lonely. Then, Ethan adopted a friendly golden retriever named Toby. The very first evening, Ethan took Toby out for a walk. His neighbor from apartment 3B, a man who had never spoken to him before, stopped on the sidewalk. He smiled warmly, knelt down to rub Toby's ears and asked, "Oh, what a handsome boy! What's his name?" "This is Toby," Ethan replied with a smile. "Hi, Toby. I'm Mark," the neighbor said, looking up at Ethan. That was the beginning of a 5-minute conversation on the sidewalk. Over the next month, Toby did all the hard social work for Ethan. Every walk was an opportunity for small talk. At the local dog park, Ethan met 3 other neighbors who also had retrievers. They started meeting every Saturday morning to let their dogs play. Ethan realized that in America, he did not need to struggle to break the ice with strangers. Toby was his golden ticket to the local community. His dog had transformed him from a lonely, silent renter into a beloved, active neighbor. Let us move to our third step, the strict responsibility code of owning a dog in America. When you look at Americans pushing dogs in strollers, buying them expensive treats, and taking them to special hotels, it is easy to think that dog culture is just a soft, relaxing hobby. But there is a very serious, strict side to this love. In the United States, owning a dog is a serious social contract. It is a civic duty. Americans believe that your freedom to love your dog ends the very moment it interferes with another person's peace, safety, or comfort. If you want to be respected as a dog owner in an American neighborhood, you must follow the unwritten and often written laws of responsibility. The first rule is the leash law. In almost every American city, it is illegal to let your dog walk in public spaces without a leash. It does not matter if your dog is incredibly friendly, small, or well-behaved. Letting your dog run free on a public sidewalk is seen as deeply disrespectful to others. It shows a lack of civic responsibility. The second rule is even more famous: scoop the poop. Whenever you walk your dog in America, you must carry small plastic bags with you. If your dog uses the bathroom on a sidewalk in a park or on a neighbor's grass, you must pick it up immediately. If you do not, your neighbors will judge you heavily, and in many cities, you can face hefty financial fines. Cleaning up after your dog is seen as a basic test of your character. It tells your community, I respect this neighborhood, and I care about our shared environment. Furthermore, you are responsible for your dog's behavior. An American dog must be trained. If your dog barks constantly all day, growls at children, or runs up to strangers without permission, the community will view it as a failure of the owner, not the dog. Many immigrants are surprised by how strict these rules are, but once you understand them, you realize they are a beautiful example of how American society works. It is a delicate balance of personal freedom and collective responsibility. When you walk your dog politely on a leash, carry your plastic bags, and train your fur baby to be quiet and respectful, you are telling your community, I am a reliable, respectful citizen. I am investing in the safety and beauty of our neighborhood. By following this responsibility code, you naturally step out of the tourist mindset and become a trusted, valuable owner of your community. How can you use this knowledge to navigate the American dog culture? First, approach it with curiosity and respect. If you do not own a dog, you can still enjoy this warm culture. When you see a neighbor walking a beautiful dog, do not hesitate. Smile, make eye contact, and use the simple, polite phrase we learned. Oh, what a handsome boy! Can I pet him? You will be amazed by how quickly their face lights up with joy. They will gladly pause, let you rub the dog's ears, and start a friendly conversation with you. You are using their fur baby as a warm bridge to connect with their private world. If you do decide to adopt a dog in America, embrace the responsibility code fully. Carry your plastic bags, respect the leash laws, and train your dog with patience. By doing this, you are not just taking care of an animal. You are telling your community that you are a reliable, respectful neighbor who cares about the shared environment. Look how far you have already come in this video. You have been listening to this real, natural, and deep English story for many minutes now. You did not have subtitles on, and yet you followed the narrative effortlessly. Your ears are naturally adapting to the speed, the intonation, and the flow of the language. You are doing an amazing job. Be patient with your brain. Language learning is not a sprint, it is like watching a beautiful oak tree grow. Every story you listen to, every cultural blueprint you explore, and every minute you spend here is quietly building your ear muscles and making you a stronger, more confident English thinker. Consistency is the ultimate key to success. You do not need to study for hours until you feel completely exhausted. Just 10 or 15 minutes of active, quiet listening every single day is enough to create extraordinary results over time. If you enjoyed discovering the secret history and codes of the American dog culture today, and if you are ready to make mindful listening a normal part of your daily English journey, I want you to make a simple, beautiful promise to yourself. Leave a small mark of your progress in the comments below right now. Type, I am learning every day in the comments. By writing these 5 words,
You are telling your brain that you are growing. You are celebrating a small victory on your path to natural fluency. Thank you so much for spending this peaceful, meaningful time learning with me today on Culture Code English. Keep listening, keep practicing with patience, and never lose your curiosity. I look forward to exploring another beautiful piece of our world with you very soon. Have a wonderful, relaxing evening and keep using English every single day.